Oh, that's a big door. Yeah, I like the... Oh, okay, so there are all magical doors, right? You knock on them and they open. It's like Star Trek. Doors that open themselves.
Boy, Anna, come, come. We have been waiting. That's far enough.
The shrimp stance is very strong in this one.
It stands before the eternal Empress, mistress of the Red Court, favored of the Thaen. Yet it is nothing. Hoofless, feckless, interloper.
Hey, easy now.
And where it stands, it dies.
Whoa, maybe we could talk about this?
Dafka. It seems it shall live. For now.
By the way, she's actually the Empress,
Tell us, Paxaldek,
not the one
what
sitting on the throne.
woes does it bring this time? It stands before the eternal Empress, once and future ruler of Yesha. Her Majesty asks once more, what brings the Paxaldek to her court? Answer, for eternal life is not the same as eternal patience. From the Krell to Ford to the Destroyer, Paxaldek ever served the wants of the self. There is no name more cursed in these royal halls. When the pestilence came, Ford succored the schismatics. Treachery turned to ruin. Ruin to desperation. Her Majesty would see Ford bleed. Would see all Paxaldek put to the blade. But the Paxaldek prowess is fearful. Ford, the Destroyer, and others were staggering.
Others? You mean the ones that you have the skeletons from?
Perhaps Paxaldek's strength can serve to liberate rather than oppress Her Majesty. In her eternal wisdom will grant it. Her permanence has spent many lifetimes communing with the Thaen. The Holy Tree grants euthanasia, but also clarity. The Paxaldek needs salvation, power to overcome the only true enemy. Do not demur, for it has not the guile to see beyond her eternity. All dance to the same world song. Different notes, different parts, same tune. To acquire her eternity's grace, it must prove itself loyal. For Her Majesty will not suffer another.
Okay, so here you can choose one or the other, but it's much better to pick the one where you resist and die because you'll get a sword and a ring.
Gods, teach the Paxaldek to... Their permanence
And the funny thing is that this encounter seems like you should always be fighting them, but it's not better. This is the only instance in the game where you need to do it like this. Oh no. They put me in a cell with a skeleton? Why? Then they have a free cell?
Your grace is appreciated, though I fear we Pan have not earned it. Nor does your apology reach its intended ear. I am not the Empress.
Wait, this is Ali from Mass Effect? I remember that voice. Yeah, definitely it's the same voice actor. Probably.
You are most perceptive, Wanderer. Few question the deception. The one who calls herself Interpreter is the real Empress. Once she was truly Nonyod Tav, ageless, or so they say. When the Thaen tree died, the Highborn all began to age. Eventually, she too succumbed to the touch of time. My presence on the throne is but a concession to her vanity. You have had a task set before you. Asked, perhaps, for foolish reasons by one both venal and selfish. But the task itself is pure, just the same. I shall release you. I ask only that you stay a moment and give ear to my entreaty.
Oh, okay, we can
Yeisha
listen.
is music. The way of the pen, a song. In this song, there is a growing harmonic, sung by the forward-gazing. We call ourselves the Children of the Red Doe. Our eyes turn toward a future for our kind, one free of root and rot. But this future cannot begin while the abomination walks. Our god spark is trapped within its unlife. What the Empress demanded of you, I instead implore, ask. I shall answer. Once Yeisha had a protector, a god of many faces who held the root at bay. That god was slain, and his power misspent. The Elder Pan marked this song concluded. The Children of the Red Doe hear only a bridge. We believe the essence of our god is undying. It is trapped now in the abomination. But if the monster falls, we believe it will find a new vessel. Yeisha has two patron spirits, immortal opposites. One is the Ravager, of glistening tooth and gore-flecked claw. He sings the song of death. The other is new life herself, the Red Doe, who runs the fields and streams. Even now, the green things spring up in her footsteps. We children venerate the Doe. When the god spark is freed, our faith will guide it to a home in her. Then may the vision of the forward-gazing spring to life, as do the seedlings in her wake. When the tree falls, the moss and mushrooms grow. When a beast is hunted, the people eat. Nothing is ever truly gone. The essence of life simply moves from vessel to vessel. It is thus, with mouse or mare, tree or tulip. It only stands to reason that it should be so with the god spark. All young Pan do service to the court, as soldiers or as handservants. I was but a simple handmaiden. I know not why the Empress chose me. I was not the first. Though if the Empress does not succeed in restoring Nonyod Tav, I may be the last. We are no rebellion. The forward-gazing care not for the throne or the court. Such things touch not the lives of the common Pan. Let the Empress chase her immortality. We stand not in her way, though we all agree discretion is the... Yes. You have tasted the bitter fruit of the Empress's ego. For that you have my sympathy. I am called Zoe.
Zoe. Pretty name. No, we'll not go there. No.
The children operate by consensus, though I am often the facilitator. You are a most perceptive soul. It is a gradual process. Remember, the dreams of Yeisha's children walk with you.
Okay, so let's exit this place, but before we do that, we need to pick up a sword.
What a lucky day.
Okay, pick up the Royal Broadsword. It's not a bad melee weapon, to be honest. Just that it's a little too simple. Okay, so after exploring the area a little bit, I found out what I have to do now. Apparently this is a stupid maze. On the right side you can open the door after you get the key. This is where the Matriarch insignia is, and on the other side you should be able to find the body. Now it's complicated. In my case it's a stupid maze. As you can see, you have a few ways to go around it, and this is what I don't like. So from the entrance you'll probably get something similar to this, but if you get a better layout, oh, you're so lucky. So try to find an area that goes below. Then you'll be seeing something like this. Jump. And then you'll reach this waterfall over here, which you have to jump again. Yeah, it's problematic because if you don't look at a guide or, I don't know, experiment a lot, you know, there's no way you're going to figure out all of this.
Okay.
And once you get over here, you have this little ledge, at least in my case, that it will take you back up. Now, again, the layout can be different for you, but if you have this one, particular one, this is probably one of the hardest I've seen so far. Guess you're just going to go up over here. And then jump the little waterfall, and over here you'll have the fan, or whatever he wants to be. And this is where you'll get the ornate key, which is a quest item from some other planet, but playing alone and learning all of these events by heart, it's devastating. It completely ruins the mood. Because some of the some of the RNG level designs can be outright idiotic, moronic, I don't know how else to say it. This is the tarnished key. So now I was looking at a guide for this area. Yeah, okay, never mind. Okay, let's just do it. Let's just complete it. See, this wall is an invisible wall. It'll give us an elevator to take us up. This looks very nice. And this is the ornate box you could potentially give back to the Red Queen. Okay, so you have to open this shortcut over here, otherwise you cannot go back, and yeah, it's a little cryptic, and again, it's a little too much. But that's the easiest way to come back over here to the door. Fight a little bit. Collect your loot, you deserve it. And now we can open this door with a tarnished key. And now you have to go up over here. And then you have to jump like this, and then you can get the item, finally. Which is the Matriarch Insignia. Now, like I said, because of the way we're going to play this campaign, we're going to combine also the ornate box with the ornate key. Go figure. So click inspect. Interact. Use the ornate key, open it. It's kind of scary. The Thaen shed a single seed only once in 1,000 years or so. Follows the tail once told by the pan. Oh, that's nice. Looks kind of scary, but I like it. So remember, this is a quest item, so once you leave your world, you cannot come back into it. So that means if you plant the seed, you have to do it in the adventure mode and not leave it until you get your reward. Well, let's begin. Now we'll destroy the Corruptor because...
This is it.
Oh yeah. There's no reason not to do it. If you don't down the statue guardian or basically the statue golem or the golem, you will get the Stonebreaker, which is a melee weapon. I don't really want another melee weapon. Or main character being like, oh, this is not scary at all. I'll just touch it and enter it and look at it. This is from Chronos Before the Ashes, by the way, this particular enemy. This is from the Labyrinth. Okay, so let's fight Mr. Labyrinth Guardian. Actually, I think it was the Labyrinth for the Chronos World. The Guardian for the Chronos World. Whatever. Nobody remembers this thing anyway. I think I have to stay away from this. We are that strong. Oh, she's a lot taller if you look at her like that.
Stay, Wanderer, for I would praise you. I am sure you know the right thing is often simple, but rarely easy. The bell you have struck rings loud, though I do not know if we shall see the outcome tomorrow or in another lifetime. This action's echo will sound through the world for an eternity. Those who have glimpsed the Red Doe say she moves now as if borne aloft on invisible wings. Each of us owes you thanks, even if few know it. I swear I shall make it known to more.
Wait a minute, who's in the throne room if
The
you're here?
duty of false Empress is shared amongst several of my sisters.
Oh, okay.
The Empress cares not who sits behind the veil, but that she is lithe of body and young of skin. I could not let you leave without giving you our thanks. Go forth. Know that you have friends amongst the children. You have sounded your note in a melody of life. The resonance of that will ring out always, wherever you
So interesting, I
might
think this is the ring you get for getting beat up in the beginning of the game. On the western side of the map, if you come this way, that is.
I just wish we knew more about the past, you know? So we don't make the same mistakes in the future.
What do you think next year will bring?
Flowers.
Looks like it's slowly
That
growing.
sky is something I have never
Do you
seen
know what
before.
happened to the sky?
Well, it's a little bigger, so I guess we're waiting. Hey, look, it's a lot bigger now. Well, I guess you have to wait 1000 years until it becomes as big as down in Neyreyan. Okay, so we're back. So as you can see, it has grown a fruit for us. So I think you have to eat 2 or 3 fruits before you can get the heart. Okay, so as you can see, the fruit is ripened now, so it will have a growth cycle. So the growth cycle is pretty easy to see. So we have the mature one, the elder one, and then you're either getting the celestial one or you're going to get the ripened heart. So you just have to wait 2 more days. Everyone says 2 days, so you just exit the game, change the date on your computer, make it 2 days ahead, enter the game again, look at the fruit, exit the game, change it again by 2 days, and so on. And on the third time you attempt to do it, just pick the fruit, because if you don't pick it, you cannot get another one. So the fruit will go from mature to elder, and then it will either go to celestial or it will go to the ripened heart, which is a relic. And that's our goal. So once again, from 0. Okay, looks like we have a winner, and that winner looks like a huge ugly insect with big eyes. So this works exactly as you think it works, and it's the most boring thing I've ever done in Remnant 2. Actually, it's a contest. I'm doing ever more boring stuff. This took me almost an hour. So you have to plant the seed, exit the game, change the date on your computer by 2 days, enter again, enter again, enter again until the tree is fully matured, and then once it's fully matured, a fruit will start to grow. Now the growth cycle of the fruits is like this. It goes from mature to elder, and then it will go celestial. Now, there is a chance that instead of celestial, it will become the ripened heart, but I don't think it's a chance or not. I think it's just repetition. You have to do this at least 3 times from what I saw. Other people said the same thing. They did this about 3 times. So, look at the tree again. Exit the game, let 2 days pass, it's an elder fruit, and then the third time you log in, you have a chance for this to be the ripened heart. Otherwise, if it's not, pick it up, you'll get scrapped because you can only have 1 of each in your inventory. Exit the game again, 2 more days, change your time to be ahead of 2 more days, and then when you enter the game again, it will probably be the mature one, exit game, pass 2 days on your computer time, and then it will be the elder, and then pass the game again for 2 days, enter the game again, and then it will probably be the ripened heart. I don't know, I think I explained as much as I could. There were some rumors that you had to eat all of the fruits. No, you don't have to eat the fruits, you just have to do this very slow process. I hope you have a good computer. Remember to install the game on your SSD. This almost took me an hour, and I'm not joking. So 35 health over 0.5 seconds, and additional 70 hero. I guess it's more or less like an instant health plus regeneration one. It's a nice one. Eu îmi cred două name cine cu defle il. The Thaen. That's nice. Okay, let's read the description of the other fruits as well. So this is the mature one. Wilted. Oh, so when the Thaen wilted, they press panic, ordering all the fruits to be plucked, immediately stored and preserved to last as long as possible. This proved to be wise for the Thaen, died in a matter of months, but the noblest would not know for many 10 seasons. The same day that the Cruel King was given the twisted sacred gourd from the dark roots of the Thaen, the tree began to change. Its fruit was still effective and more delicious than any food at Empire, but it had become muted somehow. The tree had begun to wilt. The Cruel King, I think the Cruel is the other planet where we were forced on Kronos before the Ashes. Twisted sacred gourd. What is the gourd? I don't remember the gourd stuff. Celestial one. Deal damage and stagger. This is the worst type. I don't know why they have something like this on the weapons now. What is the problem with inflicting staggered? Well, I think staggered only works on weak enemies and some elites, maybe not on all elites. But it doesn't work on bosses, so if it doesn't work on bosses, I'll have to test this out sometimes, but I'm pretty sure bosses are immune to stagger, so having that stagger effect seems kind of useless. Oh, you don't activate it, it just activates on its own. Now, the reason I like this gun in Remnant 1, it was because it was super easy to refill up the power meter, but now, basically the only reason to use this gun in Remnant 1 was because you could put any skill on it and it will fill up super fast, but now since it has this weird skill, it's useless. It's so useless. The guns are so useless right now. I mean, you basically have 3 options that are viable, 2 more or 3 more options that are fun, and that's it. Look at how cool this is right now.